Hey, newcomer. I'm Mordrag. You should remember that name. You can buy any kind of goods from me at a cheap price.
Are you really the magician's courier?
What if I am?
I'd like to have a chance to talk to the magicians. I have to get inside the castle.
The magician's couriers bear seals, which allow them entry to the castle. If you were one of us, you could get such a seal.
You have a problem.
Really? What's that?
There are people around here who want to get rid of you.
Really? Then you can tell them they should send someone along to enforce their wish.
What makes you so sure I'm not the one to do it?
'Cause I think you're smarter than that, boy. You'll soon realize that there are better opportunities than working for Gomez. We too need capable people in the new camp, and nobody tells you what to do.
Tell me more about the new camp.
It's the camp where you have the most freedom within the colony. We don't have any ore barons or gurus bossing us around. We have our own mine, but the ore that is produced there isn't given to the damn king.
So what is it used for?
Our magicians are working on a plan to break out of here. All the ore is collected for this plan. While Gomez and his people are lazing around, we drudge for freedom. That's what's going on.
And if I wanted to join the new camp, could you help me?
If you're serious, we can go now. I can take you to Lares. He's the head of our gang. But if you prefer to beat me out of the camp, well, go for it.
Let's go to the new camp.
Okay, follow me. Well, here we are. When you pass through the gate, you'll reach the new camp. Talk to Lares. He will help you. Give this to him. It's a precious ring. It's your ticket to see Lares. You need a good reason to be allowed to meet him. Well, thinking about it, I think I'll stay here for some time. I've earned enough for now, and things are heating up in the old camp. If you want, come and meet me at the bar. It's the hut out on the lake. Take care.
See you.
There must be something about that. Some people.
Hey, just arrived. We need somebody to take some water to the peasants in the rice fields. This way you can make friends with a few people. What do you think?
Sure, I'll be glad to help.
Great. Go to the rice lord. He'll give you the water and tell you everything you need to know.
You take care of the rice fields, don't you?
Why? You looking for work?
Lefty sent me.
Oh yeah? What did he say?
I'm to bring the peasants some water.
Right. Here's a dozen bottles of water. There's about twice that amount of peasants, so make sure you share it out evenly.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. My mouth's like a desert.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. A bit longer and I'd have started drinking mud. What are you doing here? You looking for trouble?
Hey, relax, I'm a newcomer.
Huh? You look okay, though. You never know. You get new guys come along thinking they're it every day.
What's a man like you doing with the peasants?
Lee asked me that. I don't fight anymore, except to defend myself. I killed a guy once. And that was once too many. That's why they chucked me in this goddamn colony. It was justice.
How did it happen?
It was just an ordinary bar fight. I didn't mean to kill the guy. I just must have hit him too hard. I was a blacksmith at the time. I didn't know my own strength.
Why did you join this camp?
I'll tell you. My only option was to join those sect loonies, and I didn't want to let those gurus of theirs mess about with my brain. In the old camp, I'd have had too much trouble with the guards, but the mercenaries and rogues do have some respect.
They're afraid of you?
Maybe. Anyway, I found peace here, and you should try the same.
Can you teach me to be as strong as you are?
Even if I could, what would you use your strength for?
Self-defense.
That takes speed, not strength. Do you think cracking skulls is better than finding peace?
To teach these bastards how to talk to me properly.
And before you knew it, you'd become another of those bastards yourself. No, sir, I'm not training you for that.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. I was just about to start drinking the mud.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. A bit longer and I'd have started drinking mud.
Hi, I'm new here. I just wanted to know what goes on around here.
Ask someone else, will ya? I do nothing but work out here in the fields. I don't know nothing. Man, I'd love to tell the Rice Lord to do his own damn dirty work.
If you don't like it, why are you working here?
It happened the first day I got here. Lefty, one of the thugs that works for the Rice Lord, came up to me and asked if I could lend a hand in the rice fields. Sure, I said. I was new here and I wanted to make myself useful. The next day, when I was taking a short rest, the guy turned up again. You don't want to let all your colleagues do all their work by themselves, do you? He asked. I told him I was exhausted from the previous day's work, that I needed a rest and all that. But he never listened. He grabbed me by the collar and dragged me back to the field. From that day on, he stood outside my doorstep every day until I got used to going on my own. I didn't want any trouble with those guys. They're real cutthroats. You'd better steer clear of them.
Who is the Rice Lord?
He was one of the first to arrive here. He helped found the camp and start up the rice fields. These days he just hangs out at the warehouse stretching his stomach, the fat pig.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. My mouth's like a desert.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. My mouth's like a desert.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, man. A bit longer and I'd have started drinking mud.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Hi, I'm new here.
It's good to see a fresh face.
You must have been here a long time, huh?
Damn right, boy. I was one of the first.
In that case, you must know a lot about this place.
So-so. I spend most of my time out here just picking rice. That's what let me get so old. We get some rice and the odd schnapps. That's not much, but that's enough.
Why are you here?
Taxes, boy, taxes. My shed was as empty as my stomach, and I just couldn't pay. So one day the soldiers came and brought me here, but it's no worse in here than it is out there. At least I won't starve in here. I always paid my taxes before, all my life. But that wasn't good enough for that son of a bitch with a crown.
Lefty sent me. I brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Lefty sent me. I've brought you some water.
Thanks, boy. I needed that.
Hey, you! Well done. You're useful for something after all. I think this is exactly the right task for you. From now on, you do it every day. Go on with it right now.
Do you intend to go through this gate?
Do you intend to stop me?
No, but you should know what's waiting for you. This is not like in the old camp, and not like being with the sect loonies either.
And what am I expecting here?
There are no guards or Templars to look after you. It's every man for himself. The only ones who stick together are us mercenaries.
What do the mercenaries do?
We are the mercenaries of the water mages. Our target is to break free from here. We're working hard for it, and don't plan to take things easy like the guys from the old camp who are just having an easy time resting on the backs of the diggers. And we all follow Lee. He's a great man. He's the one who holds this damn camp together.
What do the mages do?
They investigate the magic characteristics of the ore our scrapers collect in the mine. As far as I know, they want to blow the whole damn ore mound sky high to free us from the barrier.
Sounds dangerous.
They said we shouldn't worry.
You have a massive ore mound here?
You could say that. We could buy the king's wife for that. But we don't give a damn about trading the ore with that old fart. We want to get out of here.
Where's the ore mound?
You want to see a real mound of ore, do you? There's a hole in the middle of the cave. They shove it all in there. But you won't get anywhere near it, I can tell you. The mages and our people guard the ore day and night.
I was just curious. What about the rest of the people?
All crooks. They don't give a damn about the camp. I'd rather just have the peasants guarding the front gate.
How are things going at the moment?
The scrapers are still collecting. Once they have enough ore, we'll blow the mound up. Watch your back.
Are you looking for something?
I'm looking for leaks in the dam. I reckon there's a lurker gnawing at the foundations. The beast grinds its teeth and claws against the stones and wooden beams underwater. If it carries on, the whole dam will soon be undermined.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Sure, stop that beast from gnawing at my dam.
Where can I find the beast?
I'd hunt round on the other side of the lake. Nobody ever goes there. That's probably where its den is.
Did you build the dam?
Yes, I built the dam back when we founded the new camp. Of course everyone helped, but I was the master builder.
Why, in there?
Forget it. Silas only wants to see scrapers and rogues in his bar.
Very differently. Hang on. Some people.
That wasn't.
Now where are you going?
Where can I go?
To Lares.
I want to see Lares.
I doubt he'll talk to you.
Just you leave that to me.
I won't stop you.
It was obvious there would...
Where do you want to go?
I want to meet Lares.
Lares is here, but you need a good reason to disturb him.
Mordrag sent me.
Mordrag hasn't been seen here for some time. He's probably changed over to the old camp.
I came here with him.
Mordrag's back? If you meet him, tell him Lares wants to see him.
Mordrag gave me something for Lares.
What is it?
A ring.
Certainly a precious piece. Okay, you can see him.
I want to join your gang.
Oh, yeah? What have you got to show for yourself, then?
Mordrag sent me. He gave me a ring for you.
A precious piece. It's part of normal procedure here to share your booty with your gang leader. But the fact that he gave you the ring proves that he must think a lot of you. I want you to go to him and tell him something from me. Tell him I want somebody in the sect camp. The Brotherhood is planning something big. I want to know exactly what's going on there.
Is that enough for me to join you?
Mordrag has spoken up for you, but you're not ready yet. Do your tasks.
What else can I do?
Baal Isidro from the sect camp has weed worth at least 400 ore on it. I want you to get it from him. I don't care how you do it. If you have the weed, sell it. Bring me the 400 ore. Then we'll talk again to see if you'll be admitted to the gang.
Where can I learn something?
With me, I can help you to improve your dexterity and strength.
I want to better myself.
I'm not listening to all that blathering anymore.
It was obvious there would be trouble ahead.
Maybe.
Hang on. I'm not listening to all that blathering.
You're from the sect camp, aren't you?
We call it the Brotherhood. I'm Baal Kagan. The sleep will be with you.
What are you doing here?
Originally, I was sent here to convince people to join our Brotherhood, but these barbarians are not interested in spiritual enlightenment. Therefore, I'm restricted to selling swampweed. And that is a popular occupation here. Too popular. I can hardly deliver as much as they want to have.
Why don't they send an extra man here?
Baal Isidro was meant to help me, but he just spends all day in the bar on the lake and trades his weed for rice schnapps. He's addicted to the spirit. I fear I cannot expect any help from him.
I could help you sell your weed to the people.
I can only entrust such a large amount of weed to members of the Brotherhood. But you could help me give out gifts. Not everybody has tasted my goods yet. As soon as they've tried the weed, they'll want more, which means I can sell more.
I thought you could hardly manage to do your tasks now.
Baal Isidro will be taken care of soon. I've already sent a message to Korakalam.
What's in it for me if I hand out the weed for you?
I can reward you in many different ways. You can get magic spell scrolls from me, bearing the powerful magic of the sleeper. Or I can help you join our community if that's what you want. I have very good contacts to Korakalam and Baal Tyon. Both are very close to E. Baryon, our master. I can pay you with plain ore as well if you prefer. 100 nuggets should be enough for your efforts.
Okay, give me the weed. Who do you want me to give it to?
You're sure to find someone who'll take it. Talk to people, but only give one stalk to each person. One more thing. If you let somebody take the weed from you or if you smoke it yourself, our deal ceases to exist.
Sure. Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 ore for it. Here. Anytime you need to get rid of some more, just stop by.
Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 ore for it. Here. Anytime you need to get rid of some more, just stop by.
Hey, how's it going?
Do you want to buy something?
I need a few things.
As long as I'm not.
If you think same old story every time.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
You got some. I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back anytime, brother.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
You got some. I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back anytime, brother.
I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
You got some. I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back anytime, brother.
There must be something about that story after all.
I have some swamp weed here. Do you want some?
Sure. Here's 10 ore. Come by again when you get some more, will ya?
You don't look very agile. I could help you. I can show you how to control your body. It's the art of acrobatics. As soon as you've gained control of your body, you'll be able to jump much further. You'll learn how to roll off and what's the best way to land when falling. But don't forget, you're not immortal. Acrobatics can also be very useful during battle. You'll be able to change the distance between you and your foe very quickly. Good luck!
I did not go rushing into anything.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
You got some. I'll have a stool for 10 ore. Come back anytime, brother.
I have some swamp weed here. Do you want some?
Sure. Here's 10 ore. Come by again when you get some more, will ya?
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
You got some? I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back anytime, brother.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
You got some? I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back anytime, brother.
Where can I get a bow here?
You've come to the right address for that. I offer good value for good ore.
Who are you?
I'm Wolf. I make armor.
I'm looking for better armor.
I can't sell you anything. Lares would kill me if I sold armor to strangers.
I'd like to learn how to handle a bow.
I can teach you, but I can't do it as a favor. After all, I have to eat as well.
How much?
Anything I teach you will cost you 50 ore. I don't haggle.
How do I get furs and skins?
On the way to the new camp, you'll come across Aiden. He can teach you how to skin animals. Radford and Drax are hanging around in the north of the old camp. It's on the way to the trading square.
Do you want some swamp weed?
Get me some, then we'll talk.
Who are you?
I'm Torloff. I was involved in a mutiny as mate of a royal warship. It wasn't such a good idea. The greater part of the crew was on the captain's side. That's how I came to be here.
I'd like to join you.
Lee won't take you on until you get real good. I'm telling you now. Until then, you'd better stay on good terms with Lares and his crowd. You want some advice, boy? Steal something important from the old camp. Or the old mine. As soon as the boys notice that you're against Gomez, you won't have any more trouble here.
And how do I do that?
You need to win their trust, and then you can rip them off. Do you know where you're heading?
Where?
You're heading straight for Lee, our leader.
What do I need to do to make you let me see Lee?
Nothing. This isn't the old camp, and Lee isn't Gomez. He doesn't need an army of henchmen to hide behind. He can defend himself. We are only here in case he needs us.
You're the boss of the mercenaries, aren't you?
That's right, boy.
Which task do the mages' mercenaries have?
Very simple. Protect the ore, protect the mages. Sometimes the mages have a special task for one of us.
I'd like to join you.
You have a nerve. Do you honestly think I'll just take anybody who walks in here? You can only become one of us after you've spent a certain time in the camp. I'll observe you.
Hey, a new face.
Who are you?
I am Gorn, mercenary of the magicians.
What do you have to do as a mercenary of the magicians?
Lee has made a deal with the magicians. He hires the best fighters to be found in the colony, which means us. We take care that the scrapers can mine the ore without being bothered and keep trouble away from the magicians. The magicians make sure we'll get out of here, and we get a small share of the ore as our pay.
Can I stay somewhere here without having to kick somebody out of his hut?
I don't think so. But if that's really what you want to do, go and see Shrike. He's taken the hut right at the front, at the entrance to the cave. It was empty, but it really belonged to us.
Us?
Well, us mercenaries. Mercenaries and rogues live separately here, and none of Lares's gang should be here, on this side of the big hall. It doesn't make much difference, really, but he didn't ask, and you can't let those rogues get away with everything, because then they get real cocky.
What do I have to do to join the new camp?
Before Lee admits you, you'll have to improve your fighting skills. It doesn't matter what weapon you use, but you have to be good. Besides, you should be very experienced with the life here and everything. If you don't want to go to the other camps, you should try to join the rogues before you start as a mercenary. See you later.
I've shared out the weed.
The first new customers have already been to see me. You've done a good job. What will you have as a reward?
Tell me to join the Brotherhood.
Your request is modest. I'll help you, so listen to me. Baal Tyon is one of the lower gurus, just like myself. Barion has made him one of his advisors. That has not done him any good. He now thinks he's so important that he'll talk to nobody but his disciples. If you give him this here, it'll loosen his tongue.
I'd better keep out. Must be some... People always talk very probably right.
Ah, a visitor. Don't make any trouble here, or else you'll be for it.
I just want to have a look around here.
Then mind you don't step on anybody's feet.
I want to go into the mine.
I can hardly believe you'll manage that. But just speak to Okil.
I'd better be going.
I hope we understand each other.
Who are you?
I'm the best mining engineer this damn colony has ever seen, my boy. I make sure half our boys don't go getting themselves killed by falling rocks just because they're too stupid to scrape the right places.
I'd like to join you as a scraper.
Oh, yeah? Well, just don't think you're gonna get anything much out of it. There's 3 portions of rice a day. Any extra, you'll have to see to yourself. Do you know why we're doing this? We're doing this job so one day we can all walk out of here to freedom. That means all the ores to be handed in. Then it goes on the big ore mound. And once a month, everybody who's been working here gets 50 ore to get stoned on. That's the most important things you ought to know. Do you at least have any experience on the job?
Yes.
Good. Then you know what to watch out for. Here's your protective clothing. You'll have to find your own pickaxe. Enjoy yourself.
How much ore have you collected so far?
The mages say that we won't need much more. Go to the new camp and have a look at the mound.
Hey, you! You're not one of my men. What are you doing here?
I'll just have a look around here.
Then just watch out that you don't mess up here in the hollow, else you'll be in your grave faster than you'd like to think.
Who are you?
I'm Okil. I'm the boss of the hollow.
I just wanted to have a glance into the mine.
Oh, you just wanted to stroll into the mine. Suppose you don't have a clue what's going on here. Nobody sets a foot in the mine without my permission. Always remember, whoever goes into the mine or the gatehouse without my permission is a dead man.
Will I be allowed to go in?
I don't even know you. Why should I let you go into the mine? Now scrap! I have things to see to.
You, what's up?
Hi.
You're walking about here as if you were searching for something.
Really? Maybe you're right. Why?
Great, ask me. Maybe I can help you.
What did you have in mind?
What do you need?
What about a good sword, thick armor, or access to the mine?
Ah, no, that's nothing. I can give you something that'll make your eyes pop out of their sockets. I can give you a weapon that will defeat any foe. You only need to do me a small favor, then it'll be yours. What do you say?
No, just leave it. I'm not interested.
Well then, as you wish. You've had your chance. There was a time... Let's talk about something else instead. Very
And where do you want to go?
Why? In there.
Forget it. Silas only wants to see scrapers and rogues in his bar.
I'm a scraper, and I'm thirsty.
You look like one of those filthy rats. Come on in.
There was a time when things would have gone very differently.
Hello?
Lares has a message for you.
Tell me about it. I get the feeling this problem will solve itself.
What are you doing?
I'm making rice schnapps, boy. Here, have a bottle, but don't tell Silas.
How's the distillery going?
I can hardly keep up with these guys. Man, can they drink. That's a good thing, really. While I'm busy, the Rice Lord's lapdogs leave me alone.
How's the distillery going?
I can hardly keep up with these guys. Man, that's a good thing, really.
What can you tell me about the Rice Lord?
He's a damn swine. His thugs pick on the weak and force them to work in the fields. Well, the only one who could stand up to him is Horatio, but he doesn't do violence. Well, I did once hear him say he'd love to smash the Rice Lord's head in, but he'd never really do it. It'd go against his beliefs.
If you think. I thought that had been cleared up ages ago.
You don't look very happy.
I'm not. I need to get rid of a whole pile of weed.
You're here to sell goods from the sect camp?
Yes, but I just can't be bothered.
Let's talk about something else instead.
I can sell the weed for you for consideration, of course.
Forget it. I'm not as drunk as all that. You just go running away with it.
Here you go. Have another drink on me.
Thanks, man. I'll drink to your health.
Let's talk about something else instead. You have to watch what you tell me.
I'll tell you something, you have a problem. Bal Kagan will make sure you'll be replaced.
What? The sleeper have mercy on me. I need to get rid of this stuff.
Think about it. Give me the weed and we'll share the profit.
Oh man, I need to get rid of this stuff. You wouldn't try to make me look like a fool, would you?
I give you my word.
Good. Here's this stuff. You should get at least 400 ore for it. That would be 200 for each of us. I'll be waiting here. Come back as soon as you have the ore.
Do you know who'll take bigger amounts here?
If I knew that, I would have gone myself. I feel much better now that I'm rid of this stuff.
That wasn't very clever.
There was a time.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
He got some. I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back anytime, brother.
Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 ore for it. Here. Anytime you need to get rid of some more, just stop by.
Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 ore for it. Here. Anytime you need to get rid of some more, just stop by.
Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 ore for it. Here. Anytime you need to get rid of some more, just stop by.
I need a few things.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead. But keep it to yourself. People don't need to know. Not my problem.
Same old story every time.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
Here goes some. I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back anytime, brother.
People always talk. You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
Here goes some. I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back anytime, brother.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
Here goes some. I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back anytime, brother.
I have some swamp weed here. Do you want some?
Sure. Here's 10 ore. Come by again when you get some more, will ya?
I have some swamp weed here. Do you want some?
Sure. Here's 10 ore. Come by again when you get some more, will ya?
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
Here goes some. I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back anytime, brother.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
Here goes some. I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back anytime, brother.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
Here goes some. I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back anytime, brother.
I have some swamp weed here. Do you want any?
Why not? I'll give you 10 ore for it. Go and ask some of the other guys. They're bound to want some too. May I pass through here?
Do you want some swamp weed?
Sure I do. Here's 10 ore. If you get your hands on any more, you know...
Something about that story.
Some people never learn.
Do you want some swamp weed?
Sure I do. Here's 10 ore. If you get your hands on any more, you know...
Do you want some swamp weed?
Sure I do. Here's 10 ore. If you get your hands on any more, you know...
I have some swamp weed here. Do you want any?
Why not? I'll give you 10 ore for it. Go and ask some of the other guys. They're bound to want some too.
I have some swamp weed here. Do you want any?
Why not? I'll give you 10 ore for it. Go and ask some of the other guys. They're bound to want some too.
Do you want some swamp weed?
Sure I do. Here's 10 ore. If you get your hands on any more, you know...
Shh! Hey, you!
Who? Me?
Exactly. Come over here.
What do you want?
You've just arrived, haven't you? I noticed it straight away. There are a lot of things you need to know. I can teach you a few things. Besides, You have to watch who you talk to. Butch, for example. That's the guy over there, next to the campfire. Be aware of him.
What's the matter with Butch?
He has the mean habit of beating up the new ones. So you better avoid meeting him.
What can you teach me?
It depends. What do you want to know?
Do you want some swamp weed?
I'll give you 10 ore for it. Here. Anytime you need to get rid of some more, just stop by.
I doubt that's ever likely to change.
You have to watch what you tell people.
Hi, who are you?
It's none of your business. I don't like your mug.
You look like you could do with some swamp weed.
Here goes some. I'll have a stalk for 10 ore. Come back anytime, brother.
I have some swamp weed here. Do you want some?
Sure. Here's 10 ore. Come by again when you get some more, will ya?
I've sold the weed.
And my 200 ore?
Here it is.
Good. Now I don't give a damn about Baal Kagan anymore. It was a good idea to do business with you.
Same old story every time.
Hang on. Better not go rushing into anything. You're probably right.